Hi, this is Debo, your nutrition gal with Color Me Healthy Fitness. And the topic of the day is all about sugar. And I know we've talked about sugar. Well, we're going to talk about it again because sugar by any other name is still sugar. Or is it? So let's kind of change the frame a little bit and talk a little bit more about artificial sugar. But before we talk about that, we know that sugar is highly addictive. There has been research study after research study published that shows that. And anywhere you look, you turn on the TV and they talk about how addictive sugar can be and how easy it can be to eat in excess. And how added sugars, the more we eat, the more we want, and it just continues on this vicious cycle. And added sugar, it can really provoke unhealthy hormonal responses in the body, which can then lead to systemic inflammation in the body, which can then lead to a whole host of disorders and diseases, from migraines to cardiovascular to even cancer and other pretty severe ones. Well, when people think of that, okay, well then I'm just going to skip out. I don't need to eat real sugar. I'll eat the artificial sugar. Well, artificial sugar is not as healthy as we may have been led to believe. Number one, the name of it, artificial, it's not real. It's made in a lab, so how can that be healthy as opposed to, I remember I was on a cruise with one of my friends one time, and we were in Jamaica, and they took us to this sugar plantation, and they took the sugar cane off the, oh my God, it was so good. And that's real sugar. And when you get that and your brain gets that sugar fix that it knows that it's going to get, then the craving dissipates. But what happens with these artificial sweeteners, because they can be up to, I think it's 8,000 times as, 8,000 times sweeter than real sugar, so it can actually worsen the insulin sensitivity in your body, it can promote weight gain, and it does this because your brain is craving that sugar and it thinks it's going to get it. But the artificial sugar, it doesn't give the body what it's actually needing, so that craving doesn't go away, so then we tend to overeat. So you may say, well, artificial sugars are good in terms of, yes, they help with tooth decay, and certain diabetics absolutely, need to avoid sugar to a certain degree. But again, anything in excess is not good, and artificial anything is really not good for our bodies. And something to think about is that these artificial sugars can create like a metabolic confusion in the body, which really leads to, our body just has no idea what's going on, and we're craving so many foods to solve this one little craving that we have, so we tend to just keep eating and eating and eating mindlessly. Well, you may say, well, you know what, I'm not eating sugar. Look at my ingredient list, I'm not eating sugar. Well, I have a list, and yes, I'm going to read it because it is a big list, and if you want a copy of it, just email me, I'll send it out to you. It is not my list, it was a fabulous book that I read. It starts with food. Amazing, you may love it, and again, I can send the link to it. But anyway, some different names of sugar that we might not know about when we're reading our ingredient list. So these are things to look out for. I mean, plain sugar, from brown sugar, cane sugar, raw sugar, beet sugar, confectioner's sugar. Syrups are sugars, anything from high fructose corn syrup, rice syrup. We have sciencey names for sugar that we may not really know that they're sugar. Dextrose, fructose, glucose, lactose, maltose, monosaccharides, polysaccharides, sucrose, ribose. And then natural sugars, agave nectar, coconut sugar, date sugar, fruit juice, honey, maple syrup, molasses. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going on. Artificial sweeteners, here's that list. Aspartame, equal, NutraSweet, saccharin, Splenda, stevia, sucralose, sweet leaf, sweet and low, Truvia. Woo! So many names of different sugars. And then there are sugar alcohols, which can be everything, and some of them I can't even pronounce. Oh my God. I'll just email that to you when you want it. But anyway, all right, I'll give you an example. Sorbitol, ribitol, mannitol, lactitol. I don't think I pronounced that right. Anything at all. Anything at all. But anyway, So having said all of that, when we're thinking about getting off of sugar, we really need to really know what it is that we're reading on the nutrition label, because not all of it we may recognize very well. And like GMOs, there have been some discussion that these food manufacturers are really looking to not let us know. They want to hide the artificial sweeteners on our food label. So this is something that we really want to educate ourselves with and really, really be healthier. So by educating, we're going to know more, and then we can pass that education on. And I could go on and on and on and on and on all about sugar, but instead of doing that, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is info@321getfitwith2ts.com, and you can sign up, enter your name and email, and I'll send you a free download of the top 10 superfoods for optimal health. And that's pretty much it. If you found value, please feel free to comment, to share, anything you'd like to know, because we are here to help you become the healthiest that you can be. We really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and bye for now.